So yeah, it's no or April, and then the other one is April Fools. No, why would it be April Fools when we're talking about a mother and her daughter and her child who have been apart for 5 months? I was planning on doing some work while I was here, and I have done some, but not a lot. And the reason being I haven't done a lot of work is I can't. I'm taking care of a 3-year-old, and I thought, and this is just my mentality that went wrong, is I thought that my parents were going to be a big help for me, a big support I was going to get from them so I could go off for the day and work. But hasn't been the case. I haven't been able to do that. My parents, they just can't handle her. They've just gotten beyond the point in age where they can keep up with a 3-year-old. And my mom, she's no spring chicken, but she's not old. She's not that old. But my daughter, she's not easy. She's got a lot of energy, and she don't listen. She does and she doesn't. She doesn't listen like a normal 3-year-old. She's got her own brain, and she wants what she wants. I do my best. We all do our best. But so see, this is real world. This is real life. This is reality. Your plans that you laid out on paper, you lay out in your mind, they don't always work. They don't always, come and succeed the way you think they are gonna in your brain. And that's just life. Who hasn't had a plan that worked, that didn't work out the way they thought it would? It happens to everybody. So the plan for me was to come here, get some work done, and I just haven't been able to do that. And the daycares here, they're all booked. Because of the COVID, they have small classes. And I don't want to throw my kid into some environment, into some crappy place, just because I want to go out and work for the day. I just don't want to do that. So, yeah, it can be, doing the YouTube thing. I tell you, I have my days. I have my days where I just want to throw the towel in. But we worked really hard to make videos. Oh, look at that! It's a big hawk. Oh, it's got a squirrel. Oh wow. So, yeah. I don't know. Of course, it's not April Fool's that I'm coming back. I'm working on it. I gotta fix this tooth that cracked like 3 years ago in the Philippines. And next week is my appointment for that. They're gonna try and rebuild it first, grind it down and rebuild it. And the cavity that was in there originally from 30 years ago has gotten down close to the root, so they don't know if the tooth can be saved without a root canal, and I'm not doing a root canal. So I've got a lot to do here with the tooth thing, and it's a pain in the butt. Otherwise, I'd already be on a plane right now back to the Philippines. So as soon as I get this squared away, I'm gonna check. I got my eye on a date. I've already got it all priced out, ready to go. And so once again, if it wasn't clear in my last video, yeah, I've been here for 5 months working on stuff for Lynn's visa. And now that that's all done, it's all submitted, there's not much else for me to do. I can't really focus on my work with Thea. There's something here. I don't know what it is. I can feel it though. I don't know if it's a pimple or what. So I can't really focus on my work with Thea. She needs a lot of attention, and I'm just one parent. It just, when my sister and my brother's kids were around, when they were younger, they're a little bit older, not much. But, my sister's kids are adults now. But, so in my mind, I'm still thinking that my mother is going to be, active the way she was, 20 years ago. But That's just not the case. You know, this is not the case. We all get older, and it just didn't register with me before I left. I mean, I spoke to my mom before I left. She said, bring the baby. I think my mom maybe didn't understand. Maybe I didn't communicate properly the kind of support I needed. Whatever the case may be, I cannot stay here much longer with just me taking care of the baby, because I can't be productive. I can't be productive enough to what I need, to what I want to do, what I want to accomplish. I mean, if Lynn was here, it'd be different. And you know, if for some reason Lynn doesn't get her visa, I don't think that's going to be the case. But if even if she gets her visa, we decide not to come back to the Philippines, then that's the case. Then we don't come back. It's not the end of the world. I just wanted to spend a few years here. Couple of reasons, you know, we want to work. We want to build a little more savings again. I mean, we don't have to, but I mean, I don't know. There are things that we want to accomplish. But you can't do it without cash flow, without, you know, cash. Of course, are we happy with what we have? Oh yes. Are you kidding me? We just had a wonderful weekend, busy weekend of guests in our place, and it was all positive. We also get some comments that they want to know every detail, why, and that's just not going to happen. You know, not even me do I know the why all the time. Why this, why that, and so beautiful here. I mean, I watch a couple other vlogs, and you know, I try to compare vlogs and see, is there something I'm doing wrong? Is there something we're doing wrong? Could we do something better? And you know, I mean, if we change things up and try to do things differently, then it's not like we're really vlogging about ourselves, like we're vlogging about a character. And I don't know, maybe that's what you need to do to be successful in the YouTube world, to be somebody else that you're not, you know. I see one YouTube channel out there that I watched for a long time, and it's always positive, and that's just not real. That's just not real life. But that's their channel. They're allowed to do whatever they want with it. Especially when it comes to living in the Philippines, it's not always positive. There's no way you can have 100% positive experiences in the Philippines or anywhere in the world. Anyways, I'm just kind of rambling on. You know, I know exactly where this I did, damn it. It's like right there. I don't know what it is. I can feel it now. So, I know exactly what's coming next. If I post this video, it's going to be a bunch of comments about stop whining, don't be a crybaby, post your stuff, you shit on YouTube, you got to deal with it, live with it. And we do live with it. And Lynn always says, just let them. I say, Lynn, we got a bad comment. Just let them. Nothing bothers that lady, you know. Even if it does, she don't let you know about it. Me, I always take things personally. I don't know why, I just do. You know, you work hard. You try to make an honest video, and then it gets all distorted into negative comments. So there's no April Fools. I am working on going back. Like I said in the last video, I can't guarantee that I'm going back because I don't have a actual ticket yet. I gotta get this tooth fixed first, and then by the time that tooth is fixed, if Lynn happens to get her visa, and they say, okay, your interview is you know, May 28th, well, there's no reason for you to come back. But if you know, and if May comes around and there's still no end in sight to when she'll be here in the U.S., then yeah, you know, my ticket, I'll be getting my ticket and I'll be spending the next 6 months in the Philippines at our home that we love, that we're not selling, that we're not moving out of, that we, you know, trying to create an addition to what we have. I guess maybe that's the best way to put it. You know, we're trying to create an addition to what we already have. And at the same time, you're gaining a new experience, right? So let's say, for instance, Lynn comes here, Kyla comes here, the baby's here, we're living, we're working, we're making money, we're creating a new life on top of the life we already have in the Philippines. It's just another, you know, it's another dimension to our lives, you know. And the girls are going to go to school, they're going to get a new experience. Kyla's going to have a chance to really get a real education, a good education, possibly maybe go to college here and have a future. I mean, who wouldn't do that, you know, for their kids? After Kyla goes to college, it's up to her what she wants to do. Does she want to just, you know, use that degree and work in the Philippines? It's up to her. But at least I can say I did something positive, you know, for her. Because in the Philippines, or I should say in ANDA, there's no education. Very little. And I'm sorry to say it, and I hate to say it, but you know, Kyla spent half her days in the garden at school, you know, cleaning and cutting bushes, and then the rest of the day cleaning the classroom, and then like an hour actually with the teacher. You know, I mean, that's the Philippines. I can't change the way things are done there, but that's not. Maybe that's the right education for them, because in ANDA, most of the kids there are gonna go back to their homes and live their lives in their same neighborhood that they lived for generations. So not many people will actually get out of their environment. So they're teaching kids according to the environment that they're living in. And who am I to say that's right or wrong? I don't have no authority on that subject. And oh yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this video. I'm just digging my hole deeper. Right? I'm just digging my hole deeper and deeper. I should just shut up while I'm ahead, but I won't. I'm gonna keep going. So funny. I make myself laugh. So yeah. Lynn had a great weekend. She's just wrapping up. I think tomorrow everyone will be checking out. The girl that stayed in the master villa, she won the Spartan race. She won the whole race. That little girl, so fit, so muscular. They're with the Merrill team. Must be the name of the company they work with in Manila. So congratulations to her. Big shout out. She won the whole Spartan race. The girl that's staying in our house won the Spartan race out of all those people. I don't know how many people entered the race, but I think it was a lot. And it's so nice to see that kind of stuff going on in ANDA. It really, for the first time since the pandemic started, it's like things really felt normal in Bohol, in ANDA. It really did. You could just see the vibe, the people everywhere. The rooms are booked, the hotels are all booked. ANDA Pearl was 13,200 pesos for a night for a group of 4 people, because most people are in groups, you know. I couldn't believe it. Our prices didn't really change. It's $75 a night for 2 people. After 2 people, it's like, I think, an additional $25 per person. So nowhere near the 13,000 pesos that ANDA Pearl was getting, and our rooms are much nicer. But we don't have oceanfront or a pool. But the people who stayed in our villa, Lynn asked them, you know, why did they choose us? They could have stayed at any of the resorts. And they said first of all, they said they like Airbnb. They like to stay at other Airbnbs. And they said the reviews. So both people said the same thing, the reviews. Why they choose us? Because of the reviews. We had one guest, out of all the guests that stayed in our place, we had one guest gave us like a 4.8 review because they didn't like the location. It was too far from the town. And then and the whole thing about that stupid guest was this, that they had booked a room at, I don't know, Flowers Beach or something like that. They were German and they wanted to stay at J&R, but J&R was booked solid. So they were kind of like J&R's customer. They ended up had to book another place. And then they booked that place, they didn't like it, and they called me up. It was like the day, we usually don't take bookings the same day. They have to book it 24 hours in advance. And so they called me up begging for us to let them stay at our place. And I did, and we did, even though we didn't want to, because we had to run around, clean, and get everything ready. We let them stay there. And on top of all that, after everything we did for those people, they gave us like a 4.8 review because they didn't like where we were. They didn't like it was too far from the town. Meanwhile, we didn't tell them to come book at our place. Our place isn't that far from the town, and there's nothing in the town, nothing to do there. I don't know why they needed to be there. Anyways, it just seemed like kind of people you just can't please because they didn't like where they were at. They wanted to be at G&R, so they're already pissed off. I shouldn't have taken them because I should have known better that no matter what you do, they're already in a bad mood. And then another comment about the Airbnb was, well, don't you think you should have a security guard there? You'll have two young ladies there by themselves. And, and I don't know, where in the world did you find the information that we didn't have a security guard? Where? Show me where. And so when you book, if you know anything about Airbnb, the guests have to be verified. Okay, that's the beauty about Airbnb. They have to be verified. They have to have ID. They have to have a driver's license or a passport uploaded. Number one. Number two, they have to have a credit card. Okay, that's it. You cannot get a booking without those two things. And then when they send me a request, so when these people send a request, it's just a request. They can't book my place unless I say accept, unless I press the button accept. Okay. And so when they send me a request, I can see if they have reviews, and some of them do and some of them don't. Okay. And the ones that do have so when I do read the reviews, I check and see if they have negative comments, just like me. Like, they're looking at me as the host to see what my reviews are, and I'm looking at them as the traveler to see what their reviews are, because they have reviews too. And if their reviews are bad, like, a 4.0 because they trashed the place, they showed up with 10, 20 people when they're supposed to be 2, of course I'm not going to accept them. And because we had a lot of guests there, we did have someone staying at the place. But normally, depends, you can't live your life in a box. It's like, I don't know, maybe some people just really like to live themselves in a square box. The world is a dangerous place. You can step out of your house, someone could kill you in a minute for no reason. I don't know. But these are the comments. This is the hole I'm digging for myself. Hope you liked it. Hope you comment below. Make more bad comments, positive comments. We love them all. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.